hang close. You know, he would hope a couple of these sets get to a tiebreak. I think he's going to be doing a whole lot of breaking. Bit unusual in Vukic, a little bit, you know, flat with his strokes.
It's Nuno Lencastre from Portugal, former player, one of his coaches, alongside Jay Gooding. Coach. Solid start.
First set.
Vukic obviously will be a bit uptight. We all know that. So maybe not hitting the serve as hard as he could early, but placing it well. Try to get rid of some of those butterflies.
In the pickup from Alcaraz. He started well here, Vukic.
It's calm. This is a good ball right here. After pulling him off the court, forced to hit a very difficult pass.
He's taking smiling on a singles court to a whole new level, isn't he?
I don't know how he does it. Obviously, if he ever saw me play. To me, it's his best quality. And there's plenty to choose from. But to be able to sort of keep somewhat light, you know, when there's extreme pressure and expectation is extraordinary. It really is.
Let's second service. Out. 40-15.
Comfortable holds at the start of this match. Stories in life are always interesting, but for Vukic and the family, what a story. Family emigrated to Australia from Montenegro. They fled the war in the 1990s when Yugoslavia broke up. The mother and brother left first, And the father escaped to join them in Australia, and they arrived in Australia with nothing, and then worked their way very successfully up in every single way. And their son, Alexander, you see mum and dad there, well, he decided to go to Spain on his own, age 17. And he said he burnt out very quickly, so he went your route, the American college route, John.
Illinois, yeah.
Yeah, and did well there. And he's now 28. He's gone a different route, but here he is playing Alcaraz on the second round of Wimbledon.
You know me well enough to know I'm a big believer for guys that aren't Carlos Alcaraz in terms of talent to go the college route. And I think that ended up helping. You notice in the tennis world that players are peaking and playing a lot later than they used to. So 28 is the new 22. So that's the good news. He's got 5 years if he can, keep that discipline commitment, that he could play in the professional level.
First of his beloved drop shot here last year at Wimbledon. He drop shotted 7% of the time in his matches. It's only 9% on clay.
Both are fairly slippery surfaces. The ball's going to sit up more on clay than it would on grass. I think it's more or less the same. He uses it at big moments too. Going to have to do a little bit more with that second serve, Vukic. He's going to get in trouble early. Trying to keep his composure, play within himself. Easier said than done when you're playing the defending champion.
Kicker, variety. He struggled with that at the French Open at times, the kicker high up on his backhand left court side.
He plants his feet perhaps a little bit too soon. He's got to keep those sort of toes light, moving the foot light so that you can take an extra step if necessary, because to me the most obvious serve is a kick, so you should not get burned on that. Just missed that forehand. Young boys and girls that want to learn how to hit a forehand, study his incredible variety, but also power. He uses his legs, his glute to full effect.
Impressive. First 4 games. Nods of approval.
Vukic comes into this event with only 3 career wins. That's not going to scare a whole lot of people. Record under 500 coming in. Sort of bunts that back and a little bit a la Andy Roddick, who used to play, or even Jack Draper I saw last night. Not a big take back, flat backhand, more spin on the forehand. I think his game is pretty well suited to this surface. he should be doing. Wham, bam, thank you, man. That is like a Alcaraz type of forehand there.
Played well on the grass coming in here. Quarterfinals in Sertogenbosch as a lucky loser. Semi-final last week in Eastbourne. Taylor Fritz in that semi last week to 2 tie-break sets. Vukic.
Sort of like, oh, you hit a pretty good forehand. Well, let me show you mine. It ain't too shabby either.
Beautifully placed. The comparison for Alcaraz with Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic inevitable because he's done so much so early. It's taken him 14 majors only to win 3. Won 3 at the age of 21. Federer, age 22, when he won his 3. It took him 23 to do that. Nadal, age 21, same as Alcaraz, 13 for 3. And Djokovic, 27 for his 3, and he was 24 when he achieved that. It's a great shame because Alcaraz never played Federer. I think many would have loved to have seen that matchup. But it is a case of, well, how many?
I go to sleep at night and I look to the above and thank the Lord that Carlos Alcaraz came around, because everyone was like, what are we going to do next after these guys are gone? And, you know, 2 of them are, I think Rafa's going to stop at maybe the Olympics. I'm not, don't quote me on that. Whatever he wants. And then who's going to fill that unbelievable void that has been left? And thankfully, you got Alcaraz and Sinners, you know, come along. He's been talked about, but he's stepped it up big time. So there's 2. Who's that next? Who's the other guy? You know, we're waiting. Yeah. Who will that be? Will it be the guy that's been around, the Sissipats of the world, Zverevs, or is it going to be Aruna? Is it going to be, hopefully, I'm biased, an American?
Bryant.
Caught it. There's a smile. Okay.
It's endearing, isn't it?
Oh, so much.
Even Juan Carlos is smiling at that one.
You have to. I mean, I feel like I have goosebumps just watching this guy. By the way, a guy who could be his 3rd round opponent, not that I'm jumping ahead, but Francis Tiafoe is a guy who sort of had that, you know, smile and seemed to enjoy himself and has lost some of that. It would be an opportunity for the American when and if they play. He's up a set in 2 breaks, I see. It's just so good. reestablish himself. That's a huge opportunity. Looking ahead a couple days. In the meantime, these are the type of games where, this is why I say at 21, he's got even more skill. That's a lot to say, I know, with these other guys. So complete. What can he do? You want to name something he can't do?
Anything short, he's really getting onto every time.
15-14.
Big breakthrough for him. Vukic getting into a semi at Eastbourne. So his confidence is as high as it's ever been right now. He slipped. He still got it. No, he didn't get it. That crossed him right in front of us.
13-14.
Still very green out there, isn't it?
Still got one shot here more. Get the first break. He missed it. That's why you make an opponent hit an extra ball. In a nutshell. It's Carlos right in front of us. He's taking a couple deep breaths. Hey, thank you very much. Got the early break, just what I needed.
Yeah, he's just walking a little slower. I think that slip. Coco Gauff just been hearing that she slipped in exactly the same place in the previous match on this court.
A little bit too much to ask there. That half volley drop shot. Then he gets that wry smile. Well, yeah, I shouldn't have probably tried that, but guy's slightly over 6 feet. He packs a punch also on the serve. He can get it up to 130s. That's a 130 there.
He's already passed his ace tally in the first round.
That was an incredible shot if he meant that. If he meant that, I'm walking home right now. Because he expected to have an easy overhead. Just a gimme right here. All of a sudden, he's like, whoa. And then he just flicks it right inside the baseline.
3 games in a row. Control of this opening set. It is a frightening thought that at 21, every top player talks about always improving and adding to their game. And as you say, name one thing that he's not good at. Well, it is frightening that if he improves.
It's almost hard to see how he could improve.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, you could say, okay, he needs to change his attitude. Well, he's got the best attitude I think I've ever seen on a tennis court. He's got to be mentally strong. Are you kidding? He's very mentally strong already. He's got so many skills at the net. He's got such a feel for the ball, but he's also got a lot of power. So you know what it boils down to is the only way he won't improve is, health. So we pray every day, as a tennis fan, that this guy stays healthy. That commitment to, doing what it takes to get to the point where he's feeling good enough about himself that he can do his thing. And the off-court stuff, someone's got to keep that to a dull roar so he can focus on, just doing his thing.
New balls, 2-5 first set.
If he stays just like this, he'd win a dozen majors. If he doesn't get any better, but he just stayed the same.
Where do you serve at him? The body, I guess.
Body's not a bad idea against anyone, really, especially the bigger guys. That's a shot Djokovic has mastered over the years. It's sort of inside-out back. It's like a doubles return. How about the doubles team at the Olympics? Nadal, Alcaraz. Just let me know when they're playing. I want to see that.
First double fault of the match.
First year Vukic finished in the top 100 in his career was last year. He reached 48 in the world. That was last August. Finished the year at 62. Currently 69. So he's established himself finally at 28 as a top 100 player.
And his best win was in Toronto last year. Beat Chorich when he was ranked 15 in the world. He beat Corda there as well before losing to Monfils. So he's had some scalps. He needs a bit of luck. Loose nets at Wimbledon.
6'2" is Vukic, big, strong, young man. Looks to be extremely fit. Two tremendous forehands, huge. This is what he's got to keep going for. Keep points short. So he got lucky 1 point. He deserved that next one. He's got a shot here to get back in this set. It's a tight ball coming from Alcaraz there, and here's his chance.
A stroke of luck. Keeps him in this opening set.
Begs the question as to why the nets aren't the same in all the majors, for example. Why this is so much soft. I know they pick it up in, you know, the post and run it off when it rains, but that certainly cost Alcaraz there. Twice it happened out of 4 points.
Yeah.
That was unexpected. That's why the crowd a little bit buzzing. Like, whoa, this guy's still in this set. Got some work to do, Alcaraz.
Interesting to know his thoughts, Vukic, having beaten Alcaraz in the first round of qualies of the French Open 4 years ago. Well, how much has he improved since then? We know by his results how much, but having played him once before and getting a feel now of 9 games here.
You know what he's probably thinking? How much have I improved in order to make this competitive? You know, can I do enough now at this point at 28 to get in his head? And the answer is we're not sure yet, but there's a chance here, especially if he could steal this set at this point.
Break's not a break until you've held, so big game here. 4-5 first set.
Well, 15.
Say it right at the start. He's not going for huge power, he's going for accuracy.
Yeah, I'm impressed by that. I thought he was going to try to just go bigger, even bigger, but he's trying to hit his spots, doing a pretty good job of it. Oh, that's a weak effort. There's that I have nothing to lose shots, which is where he was at 5-3, and then all of a sudden nerves inevitably kick in. Whoa, maybe I could, you know, win this set. He's tightened up a bit, 15-30.
Another surprising error.
That's where you put seconds make him work for it, especially when you see him hit 2 tight shots already.
Let's for service.
That one down at 108 miles per hour for the slider.
That's a very good effort by Vukic there to pull that game out, get back in the set. That's impressive.
5-game salt, first set.
Little luck absolutely does not hurt. It certainly helped him.
Looked as though he was playing within himself there, John, too. Is it very easy to overplay against great players because you feel you have to?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I thought that's sort of what he needed to do. You know, overplay, go for it. But so far, I'm impressed that he seems to believe that what he's got could be enough. He's got to just mentally regroup now. Alcaraz certainly has the time, but
He's only won 2 points in the last 11.
yeah, he let this set slip away from him, at least temporarily.
Certainly making him think. Pretty close. Yeah, that was almost an instant challenge. Must have felt good off the racket.
Off that forehand wing is Alcaraz.
15-13. Alcaraz has 2 changes right.
Ever since that sort of slip, he's gotten more tentative, especially on this side. And all of a sudden, just seemingly out of nowhere, Vukic could serve for the set if he wins one of the next couple points.
Boy. 4 games in a row. Who would have thought that? He will serve for the opening set. 6 games to 5. Well, hear the murmur. What are people saying? It's a bit of a shock, but he's thoroughly deserved to get back in and now serve for this opening set.
Yeah, it's. I wouldn't have thought I'd be saying that Vukic has kept his composure these last 10 minutes or so better than Alcaraz, when it looked like he had to regroup and potentially change game plans, maybe, you know, because so far he seems to not be doing anything extraordinary or out of the ordinary for him. He's doing his thing and it's working. But to think that he could get through two, break him twice in a row. Alcaraz is going to have to step it up here if he wants to pull this set out. Hope that Vukic feels it. He had a 15-30 the last game. He missed a pretty easy second serve return. Ended up Vukic holding and then now breaking. I didn't think I'd be saying this, serving for the set.
40 minutes, the next couple. Most important of this 28-year-old's life so far. How well did he read that?
Well, he just barely got to the racket on it, but more reach than Vukic thought. Great return to start this game off. Yes. Still in it. This is the quality that separates him. One of them, when things go bad, he still seems positive. He just sort of gave Vukic the chance to take the set from him for no apparent reason. He's back in the mix here.
Let's for service.
Outwardly, looks so calm, Vukic. So together.
Excellent game. Despite that one return miss at love 30, he's stepped it up as we hoped he would. And half expected him to, after letting Vukic back in it.
Two break back points. Big vamos. He tightens the reins.
If you told Vukic before the match you're going to get to a first set tiebreak, he would have taken it in a heartbeat. If you told Alcaraz you're going to lose serve twice in the first set and you'll be in a tiebreak, he would have taken it.
Given him very few gifts, Vukic.
overpowering ball. So difficult to time that one back. Vukic caught it just a little bit late. And he proves he can hit the winner the other way. Vukic pretty close to the baseline, trying to cut off the angle. See how aggressive he'll be off this second serve. Vukic was hitting some big forehands, but it's the speed that Alcaraz possesses, unique. One of the best movers I've ever seen on a court. Played board, Chang, Monfils would be up there. But Alcaraz has joined the group, that elite group.
Forehand now.
As the top guys often do, they step it up when they really need to. Just a couple minutes ago, he dumped serve for the second time. Now he's back in the driver's seat.
Just like Nadal, such a short season, so few matches on players' careers for grass.
Trying to remember what year was it? 8 years ago they added that extra week. I mean, maybe they should think about adding another week to it. Let them get more comfortable as they reach the pinnacle of our sport, the Wimbledon Championships. At least there's a third instead of just two, the way it used to be. Something happened behind us. I don't know what. Alcaraz seems to be bemused.
There's a champagne cork.
What are we at Albert Hall again in the seniors tour?
Tickled a few. I think it traveled quite a distance.
Hit someone in the eye.
Let's for service.
Couple more points and they'll maybe saying cheers.
Mm-hmm. Something tells me they're already saying it.
Vukic looking to extend it as long as he can. Put that champagne back on ice.
Right. That forehand's pretty big. He likes to hang in that corner, as a lot of players do, to try to take that ball on with the forehand.
Let's for service.
hit a lot of good shots out here so far. This first 50 minutes, but this is the best one at a critical moment. That would have been 3 set points still. Serving at 4 or 5, but that's 3 straight points.
The smile is there again.
How many players have the guts to go back to the drop shot after having just been burned? 6-4. He did it, and it worked.
2 set points.
Sort of casually moved in, but hit an excellent return.
That smile. It's the sabre, wasn't it?
It was a pretty easy volley for him. I guess nothing's easy in a tiebreak. Let's see what he decides to serve this ball.
The line judge is smiling.
Service.
It's taken the best part of an hour, but the defending champion seals the opening set. A wonderful set from Vukic. It comes to an end. No joy for him. But a lot to discuss.
Yeah, it was actually a great set as it turned out. We saw a bit of everything. We saw a battle from both players. Let's see if the stats of the first set do it justice. Interesting for Vukic, to me, that he won more second serve points than first serves. That's extremely unusual. Alcaraz normally is the more willing to approach the net as he was in that first set. He's going to be the player that hits more winners and oftentimes more errors, but it was quite entertaining.
Do you see anything different that Vukic can do? Is it just more of the same? It was such a tight set in the end.
To me, Vukic did a lot of good things.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen a lot of him play, but to me, he played up to the level of his ability. I think his game translates to this surface. You know, the backhand's flat. He can use this one-handed slice. He's got some good feel in that forehand. Hits his spots well. I haven't seen much at net. You know, perhaps be a little bit more aggressive off second serves if he gets those. But he's got to be feeling, except for that last couple brief moments, you know, I'm right here with this guy.
Second set.
Then he played a tremendous set. Will he let down is the question. Will Alcaraz relax?
Outstanding.
I think that right away Alcaraz, you know, brought him into net.
He's been hesitant about going forwards a few times, Vukic,
Right.
hasn't he?
So if I were Alcaraz, I would do what he just did. Federer made a living at that at this court, knifing that one-hander short. He's really starting to hit his forehand well.
15.
12 winners total, 6 behind. A couple more unforced, 10-8. Vukic.
$30-15.
That's another great forehand. There's one thing Alcaraz could improve upon is his second serve return off the forehand. He's been a bit spotty there.
Terrific start. He's not blinked yet, really, has he?
First game, second set.
And John, we talk about forehands. Alcaraz, I mean, just a huge forehand, but Vukic as well. He's not only done as well, he's matched it and gone better in that last 4 games. And we've seen his forehand on fire too.
Yeah, I didn't realize he hit it that big. And he's hitting it pretty consistently well as this match has moved along. I'm impressed by what he's offering up. He's causing problems. I think he likes to hit that lower, waist or below Vukic. He can get a lot on it. Great ball striking by both guys there.
50 left.
Crowd getting more than they bargained for, I bet.
Yeah. It's a volley. 2 from 3 when he's employed it.
15 on.
Volley every point. Need to.
Pitcher relying more on placement, only has what, 1 ace, and that's up 7 for Alcaraz. Starting to feel it on that serve. Moment where you're about a foot inside the court, maybe 2, where you're deciding, should I hit it or is it going to go long? Didn't take a chance there. I think it was going to drop in. Sort of floated the volley, but ended up perfect. Knowing him, he meant it. Wow. See, that's, I don't think Alcaraz expected. I certainly didn't see this coming. Really attacking that ball, a low ball. That's a good shot to hit if you're Alcaraz on the grass. That's skidding. That's a great shot.
A couple of times he's been caught out on that, Vukic.
Alcaraz apologizing. Slight mishit, but ended up dropping in. Making it awkward for Vukic. There's the body serve that you don't see enough players, in my opinion, use, especially on this court.
Serio. That's it.
It's going to go long.
Yes.
Alcaraz trying to give him a lot of different looks to throw him off. Shot.
That's amazing.
He saw what Vukic was going to do. Vukic thought, I'm going to win the point anyway if I hit my shot. He did. You've got to hit this good a shot, because he was there to attempt to cover. Just too good. Tremendous.
His bonus is a break point. He's ranked 69, his high is 48. I mean, he's playing so well. He's doing everything so well.
Can't ask for anything more than what we've been watching so far. From the defending champion to a guy who trying to make a name for himself. And he's doing a pretty good job of it, I'll tell you. I like what Alcaraz is, trying to take it to him and not let Vukic dictate. Nice move there.
Yeah, that's so refreshing as well. There's game plan B, C, D with this young man. Not my way or the highway. There's so many roads.
You could call that slight youthful exuberance there. wanting to rip a winner off the return. Did not miss that by much.
Let's the service. Let's the service. Advantage. Alcaraz.
The pressure's just building and building, so slowly but surely. Break point of the game.
Last ball before new games, so the balls are sitting up a little fluffed up. He's going to get that. Oh,
that was going out, wasn't it?
We'll never know the answer to that.
Well, you can see why he's hesitant coming forwards.
He missed that easy overhead in the first set to lose serve. There, you know, whether it was in or out, you're there with a wide open court, you hit it. Just in case it drops, you don't want to have egg on your face, but that's almost worse. Absolute gift there for Alcaraz. That hurts.
Yeah, big time. Just shows you how important it is to develop all areas of your game, and you need it. That hesitancy has been there, but it's quite clear from Hawkeye. The Australian can get his return into the backhand of Alcaraz on serve. When he's returning serve, he's winning 100% of the points.
I seem to remember the last game, not to dispute Hawkeye, dare I, but he came in off his second serve and, you know, won the point. You know, the guy missed the pass.
Yeah.
At deuce.
Yeah.
So maybe we hadn't added that on
last
yet.
game.
But what I think it's funny you brought that up, because to me he made that adjustment that game where he started, you know, moving forward, taking it on earlier, the second serve, and some short balls, taking it to Vukic. So he gets the early break. New balls take the spin, obviously better. It's going to skid off the court, so you don't need to hit it as hard. You're going to look more for placement, or it will go a little harder if you try to hit it big. There's another one. Look to spot the serve. Excellent.
Love hold in the match yet. Positively, he's been broken to love. Alcaraz. With a smile.
Just pulled the guy's pants down. My goodness. That was a Federer-like service game in about a minute and ended like this. Oh, boy. Look at this. Talk about feel.
That nearly ended up back in the ball can.
That was some shot.
He's enjoying himself now.
Yeah, he sure is. Although you could argue he was enjoying himself when he came out.
Below 15.
That's one of the things. Got to love about this young man from Spain. He's got Vukic rattled now for, to me, the first time. Understandably so.
He's totally dominating now. It's taken over an hour.
Let's second service.
Other players, sure, whether that was in, I can't see. This is scoreboard on the way. Felt like Alcaraz thought he hit a little wide. Caught the outside of the line. Thank you, he says. Love 40.
Three from 7 on the break point so far. Alcaraz.
How quick was that? Almost as quick as his last hold.
Alcaraz leads 4 games to 1. Second set and by 1 set.
So John McEnroe, coaching hat on. You can talk to Vukic right now. Does he throw caution to the wind? We've still seen him playing pretty much within himself most of the time. Where does he go from here now?
I thought he could, go bigger on the serve. I anticipated more of that, especially maybe on a second serve. He's, the first set, you could argue, okay, don't change anything because I was that close to winning it. But now he's 2 breaks down and a set. Alcaraz is more relaxed. He's swinging away, so he's got to. Is he comfortable enough moving forward? As a question, not so sure about that. So if he isn't, I don't know his game well enough, but if he isn't, he's got to have to go bigger off the, but he's been going pretty big, so I'm not sure there's a whole lot else he can do. Hope Alcaraz's first serve percentage drops and go, attack that serve.
Yeah, in his long first round 5-setter, he went to the net only 16 times and won 7 out of those 16, so it sort of underlines the reluctance, doesn't it?
We've shown a couple just tough misses. The overhead, that volley cost him 2 breaks. Big trouble now he's in.
Amazing how quickly things can turn around. He's barely winning a point now. 12.
Yeah, the legs start getting a little heavier. Just the effort it took to get to the second round, who he's playing, it all starts to seep into your body
30.
in a negative way.
It's the last 12 points.
Francis Tiafoe has won, so we'll be awaiting the winner of this.
If Alcaraz continues on this vein and wins, it'll be the smiler against the hugger.
That's right. That's right. He's stopped his hugging as much. Maybe, he'll get back to it, especially if he pulls the major upset. That could turn his whole career back around. That's a huge opportunity for Francis.
Yeah.
Unbelievable running zone there.
Yep, It's total domination.
Leads 5 games to 1. Second set.
14 points in a row.
Not too bad.
Expression still hasn't changed from Vukic. Just head down, work hard.
15 love.
Back on the scoreboard.
He wants to get a lead against him now. So he wants to hold, so at least he can start serving. Try to get ahead again, get some belief. Very big ass to even think he could come back in this set. He's thinking now, like, why didn't I do that earlier in this set? At 1-all. That's some great playing by both guys, actually.
Control.
Nice to see that.
40-15.
There was like he would look like he was going to drop shot. He did his best he could. This was another good ball. Excellent ball, actually.
Second set and by 1 set to love.
Applauding Aussie's efforts, there's no doubt about that. The crowd. The difference between, we saw the forehand at the end of the first set, the quality of both men, and Vukic just nudging it in the last 4 games. Well, the backhand, you talk about no weakness for Alcaraz. I mean, it's right up there as well.
Well, for a guy that hits 2 hands, he's got a great slice, one-handed slice he could utilize. And so if you combine everything he can do, I'm assuming 10 is the best.
Yeah, it's not bad. 9.5, is it?
9.5, that'll work.
A-star.
I'd like to see anything he does that's below 9. Is there anything?
Time.
Maybe at times his second serve, you know, it's a little predictable with the kick. But he's got a lot of kick on it.
And you talk about his focus and concentration and everything else being right up there, and still only 21. He's played 12 5-set matches. That takes a lot of concentration. He's won 11 of them.
Yeah, incredible 5-set record for a guy who cramped up against Djokovic so badly at the French. To have that type of belief and will. He was 2 sets to 1 down in the semis and final. And said in the post-match press conference that he cramped. You know, I was covering it. He hit it well, I'll tell you if he did. But somehow to sort of manage it, like you just have to, how do you stay calm when you're cramping is what he, you know, you need to stay calm. Really? Can you tell me how you do that?
30.
Because most people absolutely panic, which is sort of the more typical response.
It's 14 points in a row on serve. Alcaraz in this set. The only point he's lost was a double full.
Not bad. This guy's got a future.
3 set points. finishing with a flourish. 2 sets to love it is for the defending champion. After an hour and 20 minutes, it's a very quick set.
Next 2 sets to love.
It's a handsome scoreboard now.
Time. Third set. Vukic to serve. Players are ready, thank you.
Vukic to begin set 3.
Love 15.
Must-win service game for the Aussie. Especially when you think this man lost 1 point on serve second set, and it was that double fault.
Where I grew up in the States, they had, because you try to get on a court from 1 to 2, you have to wait 2-3 hours, sometimes longer. A lot of chess boards around. And it is good for making you think ahead. If I do this, what will my opponent do? It's actually a great thing to play as a kid if you're looking to improve your ability to think on your feet. And then you add the running element, and that's what tennis is all about. Combines both, which is pretty awesome.
40-30.
9-year-old girl is going to make her debut playing for England internationally. Chess. She's the youngest ever in any international.
She's 9?
9. Can you imagine? She needs a booster seat to sit on when she plays.
That's crazy. Just miss. That's, you know, Vukic needed to get some hopes and belief, get a lead again.
First game, third set.
Had one chance at 6-5. He grabbed the lead, 5-2 down. See if he can build anything, any type of momentum here. Forehand went off a bit. I would think this is his best surface, the way I'm watching him operate out there.
What a learning curve this match is for him, and in terms of a boost of self-belief that he's hung in with Alcaraz for as long as he did. Bodes well for his future. Positives he can take from it, and it's not done yet. front of the net.
I was having trouble years ago, you know, with Ivan Lendl, who was obviously one of the all-time greats, and the late great Don Budge, you know, said, why don't you try to approach up the middle? You know, take away the angle, which is what Alcaraz attempted to do there and succeeded.
Well, the high energy drinks and replacements and everything, were they a thing in your day?
Yeah, it was called Coca-Cola.
Let's single service.
They've made a lot of advancements in a lot of different ways in our sport. Recovery. Look at the racket, the technology.
It's like a cocktail.
The strings, lighter frames, smaller grips. I mean, we could go on and on.
Yeah. Strings, biggest development?
I would say the amount of power in the rackets, it's got to be 30, 40% more than wood rackets. And then you add the strings, they're rewarded to swing harder in a lot of ways, to bring the ball back in the court. The synthetic form of gut. Alcaraz's first serve percentage is good. Really solid, 2 out of 3, basically.
Another love hole.
Interesting that a racket that Alcaraz uses, the Babolat, it didn't exist. You know, say, I forgot 20 years ago, I forgot the exact date. Used to be only strings. The best gut, you know, get a little more now. It's the rack. Whoa, this thing's got some pop. Competing with the Heads, the Wilsons of the world.
Below 15.
Sebastian Offner, who Vukic beat first round. That went to a 5th set tiebreaker. He's a battler. He's a competitor too, as you can see, Vukic. And to me, it looks like the quality of play from Alcaraz, but also the amount of effort it took. It's catching up to him. The legs don't have that same spring they did in the first set. Can he find that extra adrenaline to try to just hang in there, stay ahead here, see if he can get Alcaraz to tighten up at all?
Just wide.
Late call that he's going to challenge for sure.
He's not sure either, is he?
Well, he isn't. He's sort of upset, like, man, I was going to win that point. I have to win it again. It was out, though, so he gets his wish. 2 break points. Try to finish Vukic off here. And
just once, I would love to see a line judge do a fist pump when they get a close one right.
Yeah, go with that. This feels like a must-hold for Vukic. Have any sort of hope. He's going to challenge that. No. He's seriously thinking about it, but won't. That's a tremendous backhand to get that break. Cruise control now, it appears.
Yeah, the first set, 52 minutes. Only 40 minutes later, it's a very commanding lead. And he softens the point so well, this man, with his return of serve. And we've seen so much in terms of when he's got his serve in, his first serve in particular, where he places his first ball after that. 66% of the time going into the backhand of Vukic, to then set up looking to dominate with the forehand. Does it so well.
He's returning better and better, by the way, especially off that backhand side. But he's hitting very clean backhand, actually more consistent today. That's not always the case. That the backhand's better than the forehand. That's hard to do, but he's doing an excellent job of rebounding. Remember, he was down 6-5. Vukic served for the set. Since then, one-way traffic.
Two sets and 2-1 the lead in the third with the break. It's a breakthrough for Vukic. It's the first time he's won a point on the Alcaraz serve in merit since the back end of the second set. First set, excuse me.
By the way, Alcaraz has about 6 different serves he can throw at you, including one with a lot of pop, like we just saw into the body. Against most players, you've won the point with a return like that. With Alcaraz, he uses his skills, his feel to stay in points.
40-50.
Body serve.
So there's another body serve, but a hard slice, you know, skidding into you. Two different serves into the body, but equally effective.
Playing some wonderful tennis still.
The fact that Alcaraz actually meant to sort of slice that, it's almost like a squash shot here. Get some slice on it. Ended up losing the point, but
it's not a shot he can't hit, and he's invented a few along the way.
Exactly. Don't you think even he practices that a whole lot? Such a good shot. I think at the very end of that return, Vukic saw he's going to hit that drop volley. And I think Alcaraz even saw that he knew that that was coming, but he said to himself, I'm going to hit this so good that it won't matter.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did.
When you had so many shots in your locker, John, the shot selection, was it ever an issue for you? Just come instinctively?
I'd like to say in my dreams I had as many options as this guy, and I felt like I had a fair amount. And there's sometimes where you do overthink it. You want to just go on instinct as much as possible, and that's what Ferrero wants to allow him to do. And not, oh, you got to be more, you know, consistent with your shot selection.
15.
Very rarely really interfere with whether he wins or loses. That's why he's almost encouraged. I mean, did Ferrero come in a lot? No. He knows how to coach this guy, adapt to what he sees. Ouch.
It seems just coming a little undone now, isn't it?
30.
Understandably.
His thighs start to get a little tight. A lot of low balls he's had to reach down for.
15,
Just need some of those, big time.
Yeah, just to suck it. 16 in that 4-hour first round match. See the match point.
We're on Vukic's sides. To me, don't know this young man, but resigned would be what I'm seeing. Understandably so, in a way. And that seeps energy out of you.
He's looking to become the 9th man in the Open era, Alcaraz, to retain the Wimbledon title. Of the 8 that went before, you're one of those, John. I mean, to retain any title must be tough, but how tough is it to defend a Wimbledon title successfully?
Any of them are tough, obviously, but you walk out there, you're strutting, you're feeling amazing the first round, but you're also stressing, or I'll speak for myself, and you're not exactly sure what's going to take place. You're thinking, I do my thing as well as I can, I'll be okay. You keep telling yourself, get some match play as much as possible so you feel like you're comfortable. You're always looking at the draw, the dangerous opponents to see what's going to stress you out further. As time goes on, you got to rely on your own instincts and believe in yourself enough and actually dig deeper. You know, that's when I lost to Borg in 80. That actually ended up making me better because I realized you needed to find that extra gear that I didn't realize great champions had. Borg obviously won it 5 straight times. Pete won it a bunch. Novak. They found gears that seemed impossible. So it actually is exciting to see if you can do that. So that inspires you. Then some guy like Becker comes along. Changes the scenario.
I asked Boris once, what was the greater achievement for you? Coming to Wimbledon and winning it at 17, or coming back 12 months later and winning it again? I mean, it's mind-boggling.
He won it a third time too. I think that might have been, in a way, the most satisfying when he was the hunted. I think they've done the players a service and extending the period between the French and Wimbledon that extra week so that you could sort of regroup physically and mentally.
Great length. Oh, that looks so easy. It was far from that.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. He's sort of hitting off the back foot. He's trying to time it. That's a ball that's skidding a bit. Didn't have to move. That's one thing. His shot was winning that set when he came back. That was it. It's become a rout.
Seen that for a while.
40-30.
You expect.
These kids are matching. They're ready to get a couple autographs. They're pumped up.
Shop's happy it's been raining.
Yeah, no kidding.
Leads 5 games to 1. Third set.
So going to stay in the match, Vukic. Nicely done. You deserve nothing less than to make serve out the match.
40.
He's done just that style. What are your thoughts of Vukic on how good he could be, John, from what you've seen so far?
What I see is that his game is well suited to this surface. You know, how would it translate? Because he takes a lot of balls well low. You know, how well would he do with a lot of high balls? How frequently, if at all, can he come over that backhand, which he hits very flat? How effective would that be on a clay court, for example, or a slow hard court, or even maybe a quicker one would? So the game, to me, may not translate quite as well. But he's obviously, I've seen him lift his shirt a few times. He's very fit. He's a strong guy. He's worked his way. To me, you know, he should, you know, keep working so that he can maintain that 50 to 75 area. That'd be a heck of a lot to be proud of. He can come up with the win, you know, here and then against top guys. Maybe break into the top 40 if, you know, things went well.
Alcaraz serving for the match.
50 left.
Still only lost 3 points since the end of the first set on serve. He's lost a point behind his first serve at all.
Not bad.
Raced to 3 match points.
Get ready for France's Tiao phone, my amigo, Mr. Carlos Alcaraz.
Emphatic finish
7-6, 16-16.
from the defending champion. The first set took 52 minutes. After an hour and 48 minutes, the defending champion is safely through to round 3. Very tight opening set. We'll be thrilled to have got it done in straights. Smiles all around.
You know, you become a sports icon when everywhere you go throughout the globe, you get this type of response. The people here at the All England Club know the game, enjoy the game so much. They really appreciate what they get to see from this great young man from Spain. Vukic wants to, you know, keep a little towel for his home. And back to the drawing board. A great win for him, first round, to pull a match out in the 5th set tiebreaker. It looked like it caught up to him. That along with the quality of his opponent, obviously. But a good result for Vukic.
Pulled it off by literally everybody for his efforts. Certainly on the app. Not going to leave one towel hanging around, is he? Mementos, they develop legs, the towels.
Rafa took a while before he embraced speaking in English, you know, to the crowds. This is sort of a new thing here at Wimbledon, but also at the other big ones, having a little talk after. We'll get to hear from him. Carlos has quickly been able to adapt to his worldwide fame in a beautiful way.
Takes a while to get to the interview, though, doesn't it?
He's not in a rush. Got to stick that watch on for the sponsors. He'll keep a couple towels, maybe. Even puts his drinks back. I'm not quite sure why that is the case. Whatever makes him happy, we're happy.
First round, 2 hours and 22 minutes. Second round, 1 hour and 48. Straight set to win, 7-6, 6-2, 6-2. And we'll be talking to Rishi Persad.
Carlos, congratulations. Even though you've won in straight sets, I think it's fair to say both of you produced some wonderful tennis. What's your own assessment of your performance today?
Well, I'm really happy about my performance today, the level that I played. I think the first set it was the key for me, you know, just to pull out all the nerves. It was really close. He serves for the set, but after that, I think I played a really good tiebreak, and after that, yeah, second set and the third set, I played a really high level, so I'm really happy about it.
Take me back to the end of the first set, because obviously it was still in the balance at 6-5, he's serving for the set. You seem, though, to raise your intensity, raise your game to another level.
Well, it was difficult for me to close the set. I knew that for him he was going to be the same. I had to be there. You know, I put a few returns in, few of them winners. So it was a really good game for me in the return side. So yeah, in those situations you have to increase your level. You have to put it every ball in, try to be aggressive, your style. So that's all I thought in that situations, and it was really helpful for me.
Every time you step out in court, we look forward to seeing what you can do. In your next match, you're up against Francis Tiafoe, a player that you know very well from the US Open. Just after his match, he was saying that he's looking forward to it because he's coming after you. What do you say to that?
I'm going for him. We played a really good match in the US Open. I know that he's a really talented player, really tough one. Even I'm gonna say even tougher here on grass with his style, good touch, good volley, good slices. So it's gonna be a really difficult match for me. But I'm ready to take that challenge. I'm ready to put us all to you know, play a really high level of tennis and hopefully take him.